Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. So I have bad news today. One of Preacher's daughters passed away today. Her name was Rogue. She was Cashmere, quit. She was a female actually she was Clout's full sister. And out of an earlier litter, the breeder trusted this person, and everything seemed fine. And then the person who had the dog, I guess, had asked for breeding rights. And then whenever they found out they couldn't get breeding rights, they decided they didn't want the dog anymore. So she posted the dog for sale on a Texas Corso group. When nobody would buy the dog, she first offered the dog back to the breeder and wanted the breeder to pay. Can you let him out, Savannah? He needs to go out. So I'll pause for a second. Only him. Clout. He needs to go potty. Grab him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go outside and watch him. So anyway, so she wanted the breeder to buy the dog back, full price. And when the breeder refused to buy the dog back, then she said that she wanted, then she put the dog up for sale, and that didn't work. And so I guess then she had decided that maybe she was going to keep the dog. And so anyway, so today I guess the dog had been kenneled overnight, and then there's I believe a 9-month-old dog now. Dog had been kenneled overnight, and then she took the dog out. I guess she was only supposed to be gone for 45 minutes is what she said. She put the dog outside on a run and left. And, no, she did. No. Anyway, so she came back home and she had passed away. She was gone. No water also. She left her no water. And when I went outside today into my vehicle, it's a dark green vehicle. So when I went out into my vehicle today to go run some errands, my vehicle temperature it showed 106. Now that's not accurate. It was because my vehicle was located in the sun, but it was a very hot day today nonetheless. Very hot day today. I don't care. I mean, I went out just to take my dogs out to the bathroom this morning, around 10 o'clock this morning, and it was too hot. I literally brought them inside. It was so dang hot, so dang humid. So there's no way that she didn't, I have a very hard time believing that she somehow didn't know. What are you doing? Give me that sock. I have a very hard time believing that she didn't know that was a very dangerous situation for that dog for any amount of time, let alone the 45 minutes that she was supposed to be out there. 45 minutes was too long. But she tethered the dog out there with no water, and she died. A beautiful, beautiful dog is now gone. Preacher's daughter, little princess. Because that person just didn't care. She just didn't care. She had, she said she left her outside because she didn't want her cooped up. Well, guess what? The lady has an Australian Shepherd, a miniature Australian Shepherd. That dog was inside. That dog apparently was fine being cooped up, but the Corso, nope. And so that dog lost her life. She's gone now. And all because of greed and ignorance. Greed and ignorance. She knew she didn't want the dog anymore, and she should have just given the dog back to the breeder. Okay? That's what she should have done. And when people treat these animals like money, like a vehicle, you know what I mean? Like you've got to have some Kelly Blue Book value on this dog apparently. So you can't give the dog back. You don't want it. You can't give it back. No, you need your investment back. And and then she just doesn't care about the dog because she didn't want it in the first place, right? So she doesn't care about it anymore. And so she just forgets about it. And that's what she said. Initially, it was that she was going to be gone, and then all these other things happened. And then she just got stuck in traffic and didn't make it on time. But then when the breeder responded in text message, when she said, and I'll show you guys this. She said, I don't even know what to say. And the lady was like, well, there's nothing to say. She's like, and then she started making excuses for herself. Well, we're with selling this home and buying a new one, and I just forgot about her. I'm sorry, but like, you guys, if you really love your animals, you don't forget about them. You don't. Just like you don't forget about your child in a dangerous situation. Like that is your only concern. Why on God's green earth is buying a house? Basically what you're saying is the house was the priority in your mind. You couldn't make room in your mind for the love that you had for this animal that you've had since she was 12 weeks old, and now she's 9 months old. That's not enough. No, buying the house is more important. That was more distracting. I'm sorry, but no, that's not true. I don't believe it for a second. I'm not saying that she didn't forget about the dog, but what I am saying is that there is something to say about it. She should have just given the dog back, but she wouldn't because she was too bitter over the money. She spent money on the dog, and she didn't want to lose out on that money. And that is so selfish. So selfish, and I can't believe it, that dog had to lose her life over $1,700. I can't even begin. And now this woman, after she got told no, she can't be breeding that dog. Well, what does she do? She goes and she buys a miniature Australian Shepherd that she can breed. So now she's going to be a miniature Australian Shepherd breeder. Isn't that splendid? Doesn't she seem like a wonderful person to be a breeder? Yeah, wonderful person. It's shameful. And you know what? It is other breeders that are money hungry themselves, greedy themselves, that even offer breeding rights to people like that. There's a reason that I make sure that people do things to get breeding rights with my dogs. You can't just buy them. You have to actually do stuff. Because there's only so much you can tell about a person from talking to them on the phone. You know what I mean? I got to see it. Actions speak louder than words. So what do? I make you health test the dog. I make you title the dog. I make you have a relationship with us so that we know what's going on, so that we can be sure that you're a decent human being and that you deserve the ability to be working with these special animals and breeding them, which is a huge responsibility. So there you go, y'all. There you go. Another dog lost because of human ignorance. And it's just such a sad, unfortunate thing. And it makes me real mad. That's all I can say. It makes me real mad. And that's the first preacher child to pass away. The first one. That's his first offspring to die. That lady, the greedy money lady, $1,700. She didn't want the dog. She knew that she didn't want her. She clearly was keeping her cooped up, had her in a kennel, then put her outside on a run. No water, y'all. No water. Those of you that live in Texas, you know how hot it was today. You can't tell me that anybody with half a brain cell would leave a dog outside. I don't care what kind of dog it was, without water today. And they left a double-coated Corso, which is already not a heat-tolerant breed, out there in the heat, in the sun, with no water. And we don't even know how long. Literally don't even know. She done forgot about the dog. So that's that. Just leave it at that. I just wanted to take a moment to express my sorrow about it, and to take a moment and hopefully get through to somebody that never put the money that you spent over an animal over its well-being. This is not a vehicle. This is not an investment. You understand me? This is a life. Treat it like you care about it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.